Helen Zille granted order to compel ANC Youth League leaders to comply with court procedures, and Zimbabwean government dismisses reports about President Robert Mugabe's ailing health. With the news this hour, I'm Ayanda Gunene. Western Cape High Court Judge Nathan Erasmus has granted DA leader Helen Zille an order to compel the ANC Youth League and 3 of its members to comply with court procedures. The judge has also granted punitive costs that have to be paid by the 4 defendants for today's application. Zille is suing the ANC Youth League, its national spokesperson Floyd Shibambu, Western Cape Provincial leader Andile Lili, and Julius Malema for 350,000 rands each in a defamation lawsuit. Mercedes Percent reports.
Judge Nathan Erasmus has ordered that Malema, Shibambu, Lili and the ANC Youth League should file the necessary documents by the 24th of April in preparation for the defamation lawsuit trial. The 4 defendants will also be required to appoint an address where further court documents will be served on them. In addition, Judge Erasmus granted an order that punitive costs be paid by the 4 defendants.
Right-wing leader Eugene Blanche was asleep on his bed when the first blows fell on the brutal attack on his farm in April 2010. That's according to a police statement from farm worker Chris Mahlangu, which has been read into evidence in the trial. Mahlangu says himself and the teenage accused took turns bludgeoning Blanche. The investigating officer Tsietsi Manu told the court what Mahlangu allegedly told him following his arrest. Senior court reporter Candice Klein has the details.
Mahlangu told Manu that Blanche had refused to pay their wages after 3 head of cattle went missing. Mahlangu and the teenage accused had some porridge before visiting a neighboring farm where they began to drink alcohol. But their anger kept growing and they returned to the farm. There, at the stables, the 2 plotted to kill their boss. Mahlangu found a steel pole in the storeroom and they broke into the house, where they found Eugene Blanche sound asleep on his bed. Mahlangu says they took turns hitting Blanche with the steel pole and that there was a lot of blood. He then told Manu that he removed Eugene Blanche's pants with a plan to castrate him, but changed his mind.
The ANC says there is a need for more deployment of its cadres within state structures and institutions. This principle forms part of a number of proposals contained in the much-awaited ANC's Organizational Renewal Discussion document released by the party in Johannesburg today. In terms of the document, the ANC needs to be more effective in implementing its vision of South Africa's society and therefore requires the services of those who share its agenda of transformation. The Zimbabwean government has dismissed the latest reports that President Robert Mugabe is gravely ill and fighting for his life in a Singapore hospital. The ruling ZANU-PF party says Mugabe is on a private holiday and will return tomorrow. Australia's Sydney Morning Herald earlier reported that Mugabe was critically ill in hospital and had struck an agreement to hand over power to Defence Minister Emmerson Mnangagwa. ZANU-PF's advisor Chris Matuvangwa.
It's absolutely nonsense. There's absolute rubbish. There's no substance in that story. It is the usual anti-Mugabe frenzy which has reached the level of dementia. In another extradition, picked it from Australia, and then the next thing, caters of the digital world. The stories flash all over the world. There's no substance to the story. Tomorrow the president will be coming back to Zimbabwe after his holidays like anybody else. This was holiday time and nothing more, nothing less.